I've been trying to persuade Christians across the denominational spectrum that if they think that decent catechism will be enough to keep their children in the faith, they are much to be mistaken, because human beings are driven by the imagination. And that imagination is not going to get formed in philosophy and theology classes. Philosophy and theology will tell you what's true, but they won't give you the force to run with it, to love it. That is the province of the imagination. And the imagination in our time is being formed by everything that young people see on the screen. Their computers, or the television, or movie theaters, if people still go to movie theaters. And Satan, I've said this in many venues, but Satan will gladly concede just about everything else to you if he gets control of the imagination, because he knows that the imagination is the engine, and it will take the person where it wants to go. Okay? And in this regard, all of the arts are crucial. Music, the so-called plastic arts, sculpture, painting, and especially the art that's universal to human beings. All human cultures have this art, except for us, sort of, except for us. You can go among the Aleutian Indians in Alaska. You know, if you were a missionary 200 years ago and you wouldn't have found painting, there was nothing to paint with. You wouldn't have found sculpture, not really, but you would have found this art. You'd have found poetry. It's the fundamental art for human beings. It's the art that uses words in song, because the connection between poetry and song was, well, I mean, on most places there's not even a distinction that's made. And that connection would also be between poetry and worship, divine worship, even among pagans, okay? We don't have that anymore. And I've been struggling to persuade Christians that, look, if you want to dig a tunnel through a mountain, okay, and you are using only the bare intellect without the imagination, you are like somebody trying to dig that tunnel with a pickaxe and a shovel. It's the arts that'll blow that mountain, blow that hole through the mountain, and especially poetry. Most concentrated form, the biggest bang for your cubic centimeter, right? It's dynamite. Use the dynamite. Okay? And we haven't been. We have even Christian schools have forgotten this. So I'm begging them not to forget that, and that's why. Well, that's part of the reason why I wrote the book last year called The Hundredfold. It's a long poem which is made up of 100 poems about the life of Christ, okay? And trying to get that ball rolling, trying to get other Christians to take up the pen and not concede this territory to indifference or to evil.